Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts. In this video I'm going to be talking about Void Rivals Issue 1. Okay, so this is Void Rivals Issue 1 from Skybound. Robert Kirkman is involved in this, as you would expect for Skybound. Now, for those not in the know, this apparently was slated as some kind of science fiction book. Nobody heard of it before, didn't seem to contain any characters that had been any previous stuff from Kirkman or any, like an Invincible crossover or anything else. So generally speaking, the general public did not know what was going on with this book. Apparently comic shops did know. Now, the interesting thing about this is we've got a story about two survivors in a crash on land on an alien planet. Both of them have got kind of flight helmets on. They are warriors that are basically told to kill each other on sight, and they're have a bit of a scrap in the Barney, but they decide to get group together to actually try and get off the planet and you know leaving one go and leave the war behind them just for this amount of time, make an alliance and actually kind of go there. They decide to go to the ships, try and make the ships work. It doesn't go particularly well for them, and there is a bit of an issue where they think this is it, we are dead. Now one of the characters goes wandering off, and as they go wandering off, they discover a second crash ship. A third crash ship. This ship apparently has been here for quite some time. Probably a few million years is what they're saying, according to the data records. Now, this crash ship is of a interesting design, and it turns out to be Jetfire, the Transformer. Now, so this is a secret Transformer reboot, which again nobody knew about. This is the only Transformer we see in this book, which is Jetfire. And I believe Jetfire suffered exactly the same fate. I believe it's in the TV series, or might have been one of the comics. But I remember Jetfire basically being stuck on his own for a couple of million years while the other Transformers found him later on. Jetfire basically just asks what's going on, figures out he's been there for a good long time, decides to transform, fly to Cybertron, see what's actually going on. Now, theoretically, if we continue staying with the rest of the Transformers storyline, we're going to see all the other Transformers go to Earth at some point. We don't know if they're going to crash there like they would do normally, which would kind of make sense, which is kind of the consistent thing most of them have. But anyway, that's it. That's what you see of the Transformers. These two characters here are kind of now totally bewildered what they're going to do, and they come to a section where they decide to pull each other's masks off, or sorry, remove the masks for each other. Sorry, and it turns out they're virtually exactly the same people, just with slightly different jewels on their heads. And the guy says he's had a vision of this thing happening. Now, when people were talking about this book beforehand, when they knew that the two characters were masked and they were going to, people foresaw this as a thing. We're the one and the same. Without this being a Transformers book, it's okay, but it's nothing gripping. It's a fairly plod long storyline. I think it's the first of 5 or 6 issues. So what happens from now on, don't know. Will we see any more Transformers yet? Don't know. But we have a Transformers issue 1 coming in October. We have a Duke issue 1 in December and a Cobra Commander issue 1 in January. I'm assuming this is going to launch G.I. Joe after this, and we're going to see like Cobra Commander Rising and Duke coming in later on. So this is the new Energon universe, as they call it here. How this is going to tie into that, I honestly don't know. But yeah, again, all in all, it was worth picking up purely because it was a new Transformers reboot, and I've not read Transformers in any consistency since the Dreamwave titles. So I thought I'd get in the ground floor, see what it was like, and it's nice to see Jetfire in there, but it would have been nice to see some other stuff going on as well. So I'll pick up the second book, see what happens with that, and if it just ends up being the storyline with these two characters, okay, fine. We might stick it out, we might not, we'll see. Definitely be picking up Transformers issue 1 though, because that Optimus Prime artwork is pretty cool, and the design looks like it's classic design as well, which is always good. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So we've got a little while to that happen. October, yeah. So a little while. We're going to be halfway through this before that actually comes out. So yeah, if you're interested in picking up this could be necessarily a rare book, but an expensive book in the future, because obviously it's a stealth Transformers reboot. So if you can get hold of one, it's worth getting hold of if you're a Transformers fan or a G.I. Joe fan. But yeah, if you're just a science fiction fan, yeah, it's okay, but nothing to write home about. So Anyway, well, thank you for your time, and I will talk to you again on the next video. Bye bye.